Cardinals, but first from our local stations. This is your WI network station.
Forrest asks, do you enjoy shopping?
Do I enjoy shopping? Let me tell you about my day. I wake up, kickstart the body, activate the kids, do coffee with a hubster, haul recyclables, limo the tiny mites to school, go to the job, work too much, spend lunch balancing my budget, work an hour longer than I want, get home, return the sitter, return me, orchestrate dinner, sing a Barney song, check homework, hamster, kiss the hubster, wrestle the tykes to sleep, zip out for PTO, zip back, administer emergency laundry reduction, and doze off to a Mystic Birdsong tape, which does not ease my mind, on which is a weekend of such scope that I'm hoping Colin Powell will help. Do I enjoy shopping? Look, if in one place you can help me save money, get real quality, and make a lot of smart in a reasonable amount of time, then yes, I guess you could say I'd enjoy that. You can make it happen? Good. Now, you enjoy driving some charming children to school tomorrow.
Shop like you mean it at Forest Mall, a Simon-managed property.
Drunk driving doesn't just kill drunk drivers. Next time your friend insists on driving drunk, do whatever it takes to stop him.
Edward, a 6-foot junior, number 5, Zekas. For Tomah, a 6'5" senior, number 52, Aaron Harding. For Fond du Lac, a 6'5" senior, number 4, Eric Graham. In the middle, for Tomah, a 6'8" senior, number 54, Chris Johnson. For Fond du Lac at center, a 6'9" junior, 00, Joe Harmson. The guards, for Tomah, a 6'2" junior, number 20, Brad Zupancic. For Fond du Lac at guard, a 5'10" senior, number 10, Rocky Brown. For Tomah, a 5'9" junior, number 12, Josh Sonnenberg. For Fond du Lac, a 6-foot senior, number 13, Shane O'Loughlin. The Tomah Indians are coached by Doug Russell. The Fond du Lac Cardinals are coached by Dick Diener.
And our officials for this afternoon's Division I quarterfinal, Lemon Lowry from Milwaukee and Aldi from Brookfield. Dick Diener and Coach Doug Russell from Tomah. Diener from Fond du Lac, no strangers to each other, Eli Krogan.
Well, both coached together at Colfax, where Diener was the head coach, and Russell was his assistant and brought him down to the state tournament.
And they won it all in Class C in 1978, so no strangers to one another. In fact, they talked on the phone on Sunday.
Well, sometimes it's harder to coach against a good friend because there's just a lot more at stake.
Both gentlemen say they wish each other well, and the friendship will continue after the game.
Well, I'm sure that it will.
So Harmson and Chris Johnson to jump center. Tomah in the black and gold trim. Fond du Lac in the white trimmed in cardinal red. And the Cardinals will have the first crack at it. This is Rocky Brown, the senior.
Tomah opening in a man-to-man defense.
Zekas throws it away. Looking for Harmson, and they throw it away.
Well, he wanted to get the ball inside right away and get that inside game going.
Josh Sonnenberg, the trigger man for the Indians. Coming up court, this is Zupancic inside 6'8" Johnson, blocked by Harmson.
There's that inside defense.
Rocky on the push. Harmson swings it across to O'Loughlin. 3 coming. Bring it up. Shane O'Loughlin, the first 3 of the game.
And we talked about Fond du Lac having a balance of the outside game and the inside game, and there was the outside game.
This is Aaron Harding, pulls up at the free throw line. His first 2.
Tough jumper, well covered.
A little bit of pressure on the inbounds pass. Harmson working on Harding, turns, misses. Graham missed the tip. Johnson corrals the rebound.
Grams and Harding are strong inside for Fond du Lac.
Johnson posted up on Harmson, kicks it back out. Zupancic thought about the 3. Leaves it for Johnson, no block this time, and Tomah in the lead.
And here's Tomah's 1-2-1-1 press.
With 6'8" Johnson at the front. There's a steal. And the Indians get the ball.
Well, that 1-2-1-1 press trapped them in the corner right away and caused the turnover.
I think there's some confusion as to which way it's going to go. Well, they'll give it to the Indians. Zupancic to inbound. To Sonnenberg. Sonnenberg on the drive. Past the 6'9" Harmson. Hey, Josh Sonnenberg, the smallest guy on the court.
Sonnenberg, a nice penetrating drive and a left-handed layup.
6'3" Tomah, 6 in a row. And Rocky Brown turns it over, dribbled it off his own foot.
And there we see the second turnover early in this ball game.
Fond du Lac's first trip here since 1987 when they lost in double overtime to Milwaukee, Washington in the championship game. Zupancic takes it at Harmson. Rebound to Graham.
Tomah picking up man-to-man.
Do you expect to see that most of the way?
I think the way the coaches talk, there'll be a lot of man-to-man played and maybe mix in a little zone and then have full court zone pressure.
The foul there on Zupancic, his first. So the Cardinals will inbound underneath the Indians' basket.
Now Tomah going to the 2-3 zone in the baseline.
They swing it to Zakis. He pulls up his foul, so Zakis will go to the free throw line. 75% foul shooter on the year. There you got a glimpse of Doug Russell, his 8th year as head coach of the Tomah Indians.
It hasn't all been easy for him.
No. In fact, the last 3 have been a struggle, particularly 3 years ago. The Tomah Indians failed to win a ball game. 0-21.
So from 0-21, 3 years later, they're here in the state tournament, and that's a great compliment to the coaching staff and just all the support of the players at Tomah.
And the Tomah Indian faithful trying to distract Zakis there, but he knocks it right in. And the Indian fans will start up again behind the basket.
That's some of the things they see on the college basketball games.
A lot of signs back there for the Indian crowd. Missed it, but Harmson the offensive rebound in his first 2 of the game.
And there's a guy you have to be aware of all the time. You have to keep him off the boards.
The score is wrong, and now they get it straight on the scoreboard. It is 6-6. They forgot to credit the first free throw. Harding a 3. Tipped in by Johnson.
Nice work inside.
And Fond du Lac on the run. Foul before the shot. That's 2 on Sonnenberg.
And Tomah's making this a full court ball game with that 1-2-1-1 press. Here he's beating the press, and that's a good thing to do as far as taking the ball to the basket. When you beat the press, score against him.
So Sonnenberg's got to come out with 2 fouls. The junior will sit down, and replacing him 5'11" sophomore, number 42, Jeff Engel. Tomah back in the zone. Zakis fires the zone buster, couldn't get it. Harmson missed the offensive rebound. Now Zakis in the middle of all that, scores.
Fond du Lac, a strong team on the boards throughout the season. Coach Russell had talked about Engel being a spark plug coming off the bench.
He'll have to be. He tries to leave it inside. Haldeman scored and is fouled. Lance Haldeman just 6'2", and that might be generous.
Here when he talks about Engel being a spark plug, we see him penetrating, making that pass underneath. He created that basket.
Well done by Engel, and now Haldeman, 52% free throw shooter, averages just about 11 points a game on the season, trying to convert a three-point play. He does, and the Indians lead it 11-8.
There's Fondolak beating the press.
Shot up and good by Zakis.
He had the shooter's touch on that one, soft touch on the rim.
You would expect him to have a soft touch. Tipped away by Graham. Stays out of bounds with the Indians. Coming in is Brad Bester. Now the Fond du Lac Cardinals, they play 7 guys and they all get about the same amount of minutes. Simon and Bester off the bench for the Cardinals get about the same amount of minutes as the regular starting 5.
Well, and Coach Diener said that Bester might have the 4th most minutes on the team.
Wow, tough shot there by Zupancic. Wow, 13-10 Tomah. Cardinals on the run. Zakis pulls up, runs over Harding, who's got to take a seat and watch the rest of it. His teammate corrals the rebound.
Harmson had that rebound and was putting it back, and it just didn't go in.
Harmson's had a bunch of offensive rebounds. Johnson. Short on the shot. Rather a long rebound off the back iron to Graham. Looking inside to Harmson. Over Harding.
Harmson didn't miss that one.
He was so close.
And big and strong.
Yeah. Harding with the weak side help, but he could only watch as Harmson went right over him. Zupancic pulls up. Graham's another rebound. So the Cardinals looking for the lead. Zakis. Couldn't tell if that was a pass or a shot. Went over the iron, then Harmson missed with the offensive putback.
And this is exciting basketball, end line to end line.
And the foul as Harding was trying to create. He can do it. He'll take the inside, and then he'll come out and pop the 3. There's a good look at Doug Russell. Went through some rough times.
Well, he has, and a very intense coach, as you can see on the bench.
And now is Jeff Simon, our first look at him, number 3. Harding tracks down the long inbounds pass.
Fond du Lac playing man-to-man on that baseline inbound.
Stolen away by Zakis. Out to O'Loughlin. Fouled and the bucket. The foul on 22, Brian Dole, who was into the game for Tomah.
Here you can see the ball is poked away by Zakis. And then a nice lead pass.
Zakis, the team leader in steals, and gets it out to O'Loughlin. 42%. Oh, that's Brad Bester, excuse me.
Bester getting a breakaway layup. Bester, a left-hander with that high follow-through on the free throw.
Gives the Cardinals a 2-point lead, 15-13. We'll take a timeout. We'll return after we hear from our statewide sponsors, Rural Insurance and Cenex Land O'Lakes. This is your WIAA network station.
Tonight, a family near you may sleep a little better than they did the night before, simply because someone cared and listened to their financial dreams about college for their kids, providing for each other, and their plans for growing old together. They talked to a rural security agent about life insurance and learned how dreams don't always have to stay dreams. Life is filled with promises, and rural security life insurance can help you keep them.
We all know that ethanol is good for the environment, but what can it do for your vehicles? Cenex ethanol blended fuels contain a natural de-icer to help prevent gasoline freeze by eliminating moisture year-round. And Cenex ethanol blended fuels contain detergent additives to keep fuel injectors and carburetors clean. So get the performance you expect from your vehicles with ethanol blended fuels.
You and me and Cenex Land O'Lakes are partners we can trust.
Come to the islands at your local Cenex Land O'Lakes cooperative.
Now there's an interesting St. Patrick's Day outfit. Got the green hat, and it's black, white, and gold. The Tomah Indians, their first trip to the field house in 1954. You know who the coach of that team was?
Go ahead.
Stu North.
Stu North.
His son Andy was the ball boy, and that is Andy North, the two-time U.S. Open golf champion. How about that?
And a great basketball player also from Monona Grove High School.
There you go. And his dad was a pretty darn good coach.
You bet.
Zupancic loads up a three, short. Put back up, short by Engel. And Graham's a rebound.
Fond du Lac really pushes the ball up the court.
There's the early shooting. Fond du Lac getting more shots. Couple offensive rebounds. Zakis just kept rising. 7 points for Adam Zakis.
Fond du Lac 8 out of 14 from the floor. Part of that's due to pushing the ball up the court as quickly as they do.
Blocked by Harmson, cleaned up by Johnson.
This time the press breaks down a little bit, but there's a turnover.
Jeff Simon lost control of the ball. So the Indians will come back trailing by 2, under 2 minutes. Opening quarter.
Man-to-man defense.
Zupancic shakes free, and that one rolls out. Another rebound for Grams.
Grams is getting a lot of them.
He sure is. Inside to Grams. Look for Harmson. Now against Harding, he scores.
Nice quick move by the big guy. Grams inside. Put the ball on the floor and made one quick step to the basket.
Grams averaging 12 points, 8 rebounds a game. He's got to be close to his average on rebounds. Harding gets it way underneath. And subs coming in on the dead ball. Well, 34 is Eric Wiseman for Fond du Lac. Jeff Brisky, number 10, has come in for Tomah. And Lance Haldeman back in.
And you can see Fond du Lac man-to-man on the inbounds.
Dole to Haldeman. Looking for Harding. Here he goes. That's his zone.
Harding, soft touch from the big guy.
He really does have a soft touch.
You can see how he averages 24 points a game.
Zakis left open. He'll kill you all day. He shoots 50% from the field.
And does a lot of other things for that ball club.
He sure does. 4th team All-Stater, Adam Zakis. Harding way downtown, a little bit short. And Graham's his 7th rebound of the first quarter. Wide open Bester. Rebound Harding. And let's see if they take their time here with coming up on 30 seconds left to go. Tomah down by 4.
Man-to-man defense. And Tomah content now to run the clock down for that last shot.
It's been a pretty fast pace. So help.
Tomah using a double stack and then looking into Harding.
And he lost the pass. Zakis. Bester. That was Jeff Simon flying in a block. He's going to be called on Jeff Brisky, I believe.
Here you see the pass.
He was moving. He couldn't quite get there.
And you see Zakis taking the ball hard to the basket.
So a 7.3 Simon will go to the free throw line. Jeff gets a lot of minutes off the bench, averages 3.5 points, shoots 70% from the line. Short on the first one, so we're still stuck at 21-17. 7.3 seconds to go. Division I quarterfinal. Fond du Lac in the white, Tomah in the black.
Chances are we'll see that concentration pick up and that high follow through, and he almost hit it.
Graham's another rebound, but then he lost it. And now a jump ball, possession to Tomah, so they'll have a crack with 4.9. Graham's had his 8th rebound of the quarter.
Graham's an aggressive player, was right there again.
Yeah. Engel pulls up. No good. So that'll put the first quarter in the books. Fond du Lac leading 21-17. We'll return for second quarter action after we hear from our local stations. This is your WIAA network station.
Marion College, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Everything you thought a small private college could be, and more, and less. More opportunities for getting to know your classmates and the faculty. Less hassle when it comes to registration and getting into classes. More athletic opportunities. In addition to a dozen very competitive NAIA sports, there's an intramural program of sports activities for everyone. There's less crowding in Marion classrooms than at big universities, and more participation by students in the classroom. More academic programs than you'd imagine at a small school, and there's less red tape about things like financial aid and on-campus jobs. Believe me, at Marion, less is more. Maybe Marion College is just right for you. Check it out for yourself. Call today, 1-800-2-MARIAN. That's 1-800-2-MARIAN.
Welcome back. Fieldhouse, first quarter in the books. Fond du Lac leading by 4, and you can see it right there in the field goal. Same amount of shots, but the Cardinals have hit 2 more.
Fond du Lac with those 10 field goals. Fond du Lac also with 5 turnovers to just 2 for Tomah.
Tomah taking care of the ball. Now need to take care of a 4-point deficit. Zakis the lob. He was a little off balance, so I don't think he had enough on that, and picked away by Harding.
That's a tough pass to make.
Sonnenberg was back in the game, and he is fouled by Zakis, who was going for the steal. That is the first foul on Adam Zakis.
Good matchup to watch out there. Rocky Brown, number 10 on defense for Fond du Lac, one of the outstanding defensive guards in any place around.
Harmson the rebound. Swing it to Zakis. He pulls up, nails it. A 2-pointer.
Nice rhythm on that jump shot.
Zakis with 11.
And again, we see Rocky Brown on Sonnenberg. Tough matchup.
Harding outside, a little strong. Haldeman kicks it out to Zupancic. Lob to Johnson. Harding, no, that's an NBA 3. Woo!
He made that look like he shoots them all the time.
And the Tomah crowd with their 3 cars holding them up. The way Zakis is shooting that again, Fond du Lac ought to have some. Harmson just lays it up so nicely over the rim.
And that's something that Fond du Lac really likes, that high-low. The pass up high to Grams, dished it underneath to Harmson. And that's an easy 2.
They work real well together. Nearly a steal by the Cardinals. Sub coming in for the Cardinals. Shane O'Loughlin returning to the starting lineup. Brad Bester will sit down. Remember, the WIAA State Tournament brought to you statewide by your local Cenex, Land O'Lakes, and your local cooperative partners you can trust. Johnson, you notice his shots now. Harmson is pushing him further and further away from the basket. First, early on, he had some right in close. Now he's been pushed away. 3 on the way. Graham's nearly a rebound tip to Zupancic.
Rocky Brown attempted that three ball from the left side, just short.
Tomah trying to cut into a 5-point Cardinal deficit. Oh, Johnson got to the glass, and then it was too strong.
And Grams again.
O'Loughlin. 3 balls for Shane O'Loughlin.
Well, they set up those 3 guys on the outside, and they can all shoot 3s. And then they got Grams and Harmson inside. That's a tough combination.
And Tomah will burn a timeout. Biggest lead of the game for the Cardinals. You'll see it. Brown looks inside, and then O'Loughlin all kinds of time.
They push the ball up, and you can see them shoot it before the defense gets there.
Nothing but net.
And that's just like that home run ball.
Yeah, bring it up in a hurry. Fond du Lac's second three. Tomah had their first three just a moment ago. Harding, that was a long three-pointer.
An NBA three.
Yeah, that was way downtown Stoughton. There's the Cardinals. They've got their girls basketball t-shirts. Fond du Lac girls team, of course, down at state last year and knocked off in sectionals this year. Great year for the Fond du Lac girls. And Tomah, has been a long time, but they weren't denied this year. Coming back to the field house for the first time since Dwight D. Eisenhower was in the White House.
Well, and when you talk about March Madness and the excitement of high school basketball, this is something that is just an annual event here, and it's just a tremendous time.
Tomah, interesting to note, their enrollment, 943. They are on the low end of that Division I spectrum there. Fond du Lac's enrollment, nearly 2,200. So you're looking at the top and the bottom of Division I as far as enrollments are concerned.
Well, in the four divisions, you find that in Division I, from the 900 to 2,000 plus, it is a big difference.
Oh, Sonnenberg gets called for his third foul.
There's the matchup, Sonnenberg and Rocky Brown. And Rocky Brown working hard and positioning himself and drawing the push.
Dick Diener calls Rocky Brown the best defensive guard he's ever seen. He thinks he might be the best one in the state. He just doesn't give you a lot of room, and he'll frustrate you.
I had a chance to watch Rocky Brown a couple games last year and two more this year, and every time I've seen him, I've just been impressed with his defensive play.
Well, they tried to work high-low, but the entry pass comes from the side, and Harmson's fouled by Johnson. That's just his first. So Tomah needs to stay out of foul trouble with Harding and Johnson. Those two guys have to play.
Well, and when you talk about the matchups inside, Harmson, as you'll see on the free throw line, 6'9.5", and on the inside for Tomah, Johnson is 6'8". So two big, strong players in those post positions.
Free throw good by Harmson, 42%. Just a junior, and already the school's come a court.
When you want to watch someone shoot a free throw with the right technique, and that high follow through and breaking his wrist, you young players at home could focus in on how Harmson shoots his free throws.
Well, he nails both, and now it's a 10-point ball to the Cardinals.
Rocky Brown all over him on defense.
Zupancic out at the point. That's not really his spot either. And there's the pick. Brown just picks him clean. Zakis to Harmson. Kaboom! It all started, the steal. They picked Jeff Engel, Rocky Brown. Harding tries to answer. Johnson the rebound.
And that was all sparked by the defense of Rocky Brown.
Harding goes down the lane, in and out, and nearly taken away by Haldeman, but it'll stay with Fond du Lac. Here comes the last play, and Rocky Brown just undresses you.
You can see what defense will do for a ball club. Gives up the ball once, gives it back up to Harmson for the slam. And that's excitement.
I think that's our first slam of the tournament. And we had it. How about that?
You bet.
Graham's.
That's the lob pass on the inside.
He was all free, too, if the pass was there. Stolen by Harding, restolen by Harmson, and it'll stay with the Cardinals. Good hustle, Harding and Harmson.
One thing in this ball game, the fans are getting their money's worth. Two teams playing end-to-end basketball, playing with a lot of intensity all the time.
Rocky Brown, short, but he gets it back. 5'10", Rocky Brown inside, Graham's outside. Now Zakis pulls up. Strong tipped alive, and O'Loughlin has it. Harmson shake, bake, shot, no good. Harding corrals the rebound.
Well, the Fond du Lac kids did a lot of nice things right there. Nice passes, got two great shots, and the ball just didn't go in.
Now Johnson turns and fires on Harmson. Short, Zakis, rebound and pushing. Around Engel. Offensive foul, Zakis. Harding read it all the way.
Well, Harding saw it coming and got down there and got set up, and Zakis taking the ball to the basket.
Zakis got the rebound, and they knew where he was going.
And Zakis beats the first guy and gets called for the charge of one. Great anticipation by the defense.
So Tomah been silent for a while. since that Harding three-pointer, they haven't scored.
I think Tomah right now really needs to take the ball inside.
Haldeman rejected by Harmson. And the Cardinals have it, and all alone is Shane O'Loughlin. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Well, just like we talked about, we said they need to take the ball inside. The only unfortunate part was he got the shot blocked. Timeout, Tomah.
The Indians got to burn a timeout as the Cardinals have pushed it to a 14-point bulge. As you see the hustle by the Cardinals.
Well, and that's just shows how important the defense is. Defense creating offense.
On the year, Fond du Lac holding their opponents to 56 points a game, but they're scoring close to 80, and they've had much more than that.
Well, I think that's when you talk about the balance, and Fond du Lac has had 12 games where they've gone over 80 points. Tomah, by the same token, has had 12 games where they've gone over 70, so they score a little bit less. Defensive averages are just about the same.
Yep. 56 Fond du Lac giving up, and Tomah giving up 58, and the Indians have gone cold.
And at the same time that you say a team has gone cold, and they have at 1 for 9, but you really have to credit the defense of Fond du Lac. They're just playing aggressive defense, and when Tomah takes the ball inside, they wind up getting the shot blocked, or they get intimidated on the inside.
Yeah, those 9 shots, they have all come with a hand in the face. The only one that didn't was the one that they made was Harding's 3, and that's because he was so far out, nobody was with him.
And that's right. That was a long, long 3, and it's hard to say, well, that's what you have to stay in this ball game, or threes from that kind of range. And Harding is right back in the ball game, and they need something from him now. You might even look for something between Harding and Johnson in a high-low situation and trying to get that ball inside and underneath, because they just got to get something on the board.
Yeah. Johnson's getting his shots. He just has missed his last couple. Oh, the pass was right to Rocky Brown, but Harding able to get it back. Now it's stolen away. Bester in the game, steals it, and the Cardinals coming back.
And the Cardinals that time, Fond du Lac in every passing lane, turning them over on the pass, almost a steal out at the top of the key.
Harmson skips it to O'Loughlin. Bester came flying through, grabbed the rebound, put it up, and there was a foul.
Well, right now the Fond du Lac kids are very aggressive, which has led to this 14-point lead, and not only at the defensive end, but they're passing the ball well and making a lot of things happen at the offensive end.
The foul was on Brad Zupancic, and Sonnenberg forced to come back in the game. He's got 3 fouls.
And when he came back in, Rocky Brown pointed at himself, saying, "I'll take him." Bester, the left-hander at the free throw line.
And he misses that one. So the Indians' offense was sputtering, and Sonnenberg had to come back in, and he's got 3 fouls.
Bester sets up this time. You can see him bend his knees a little more, got a little softer touch.
Still didn't work.
Just hitting the left side of the rim.
And he's nearly an 80% free throw shooter.
So that's kind of unusual for him.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit. Sonnenberg down the lane. Up, nope. Tip, rebound, grabs, and out long is Bester. To O'Loughlin, pulls up. It's a 16-point lead for the Cardinals of Fond du Lac. 10 points.
O'Loughlin that time using really good judgment, because he might have been lulled into a situation where he charged, but he pulled up and hit the bank shot.
Johnson turns on. Harmson can't get it. Haldeman a rebound. He's got to go to the hook because of Harmson, but it scores, and that ends a long, long drought for the Indians.
Haldeman with a big basket.
And then a turnover by the Cardinals. So Indians have a chance to string a couple together here. Inside it goes. Johnson turns, leaves it short on the rim, but tipped up and in again, and that one may have been tipped in by Harmson.
Wow, Johnson going right back after that rebound, tipped the ball up and in. Now the high-low.
Yep.
Grams to Harmson. When they have that strong outside game where they can hit the threes, hit the perimeter shots, and also get the ball inside and score with ease.
12 points for Harmson. 14-point lead. Zupancic drives, rejected. Zupancic was tripped up as he went to the hole. So that was probably the easiest block Harmson's going to get. He's at his average now. He's got 3. You'll see Zupancic just lost his balance, couldn't quite get up. Harding way downtown, and that's short. May have been partially tipped on the way up.
And that would have been a long 3.
Yeah.
Fond du Lac looking for that high-low again.
So Grams will step up at the free throw line. He turns and smiles. He couldn't believe he was that open.
Grams with that big grin on his face.
Yeah.
He said, Coach, I had to shoot that.
There was nobody around.
Yeah, he said, I wanted to pass it underneath. I had to shoot.
What's wrong with it? It's only a free throw. Harding left wide open.
Harding answers with a big 3.
He and O'Loughlin collided. And that left him wide open. So 10 points now for Aaron Harding. The lead is 13. Rocky Brown.
Well, when we talk about Rocky Brown being a defensive specialist, and there we see him matched up again on Sonnenberg, but he can also score.
Johnson, Haldeman backdoor.
A lot of excitement in the field house right now. 42-29. And Fond du Lac looking for that last shot of the second quarter.
Bester on the drive. There won't be a last shot. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cardinals. Blocked from behind by Zupancic.
And if you could have a shot of the Fond du Lac bench, I think it would certainly show that Coach Diener is saying, 1 shot, guys, 1 shot. He was just up.
Brown to trigger, and they get it in to O'Loughlin, and there's the call, 1 shot. So Rocky Brown will hold it. Shane O'Loughlin, Eric Graham, Brad Bester, and Joe Harmson.
And you can see this time Tomah dropping off in that 2-3 zone with Johnson in the middle.
So Brown will go. Kicks it to O'Loughlin. The 3 coming. Harding the rebound, and that'll end the first half. And they walk off. Fond du Lac leading by 13. Jay Wilson will be along. We'll have stats and highlights and all that good stuff. But first, a word from our statewide sponsors, the Wisconsin Technical College System and the Marshfield Clinic. This is your WIAA Network station.
Come to Lens Sales and Service, where we guarantee quality reconditioned and quality service. Find out why your friends are buying their vehicles from Lens. It's because you can buy a better car with confidence. We're your source for high-quality, complete automotive service and towing. We also provide full body shop services. We stand behind the work on all the vehicles we service. Lens Sales and Service, where nice cars are sold and serviced. Find us at the corner of South Seymour and South Military, across from McDonald's South in Fond du Lac.
Craig Hamburger, Vice President of American Bank Loan Department, welcomes your business anytime to help you get the home that is right for you. American Bank, a welcome sign when you're thinking about financing your new home.
Since 1933, Spees Painting and Decorating has been providing quality painting services for all your industrial, commercial, and residential needs. If your job is big or small, get it done efficiently and get it done right the first time. Spees Painting and Decorating, equipped to do the job efficiently.
Mike Krogan, second quarter.
Well, there's no question about it. Fond du Lac has just such balance. A high-scoring team. They can score from the outside. They can get the ball inside. They like that Grams pass underneath the Harmson, the high-low situations. They just have so many weapons. They keep coming at you, and they have 42 points now. They average 79.
Yeah.
Score a lot of points.
So they're right there. They're right there where they need to be. Tomah at 29, and they were stuck on 20 for a long, long time.
Well, and then Tomah in a situation where they needed to take the ball to the basket, and when they would do that, they were getting 2 or 3 shots blocked, and then had to respond with the outside shot.
All right, we'll be back with some highlights and stats, but now let's go across the court to Jay Wilson.
All right, Chris and Eli, thanks very much. It's been a busy tournament series in the Madison area with state high school championships. Right now, we're going to take a look back into a couple of weeks ago, the state hockey final at the Dane County Coliseum here in Madison. Superior and Madison Memorial have been to more state hockey tournaments than anyone else. Superior makes its 21st appearance, while Madison Memorial is there for the 20th time in the 24-year history of the tournament. And the 1994 championship game will surely go down as one of the greatest in the history of the WIAA hockey tournament. It's a scoreless game late in the first period when Superior gets on the scoreboard.
Now play continues for Superior. Matt Ross has a beautiful pass to Henson. He scores! George Henson gets the first goal of the game with 31 seconds left in the first period.
He had mentioned that Peterman is stepping up for Madison Memorial, but here's another instance of a defenseman stepping up and make the play. Matt Ross intercepting the pass at the point, and then feeding Hanson, and he scored from the faceoff spot.
Superior extends that lead with 2 more goals in the second period.
Now Carnell is chased out of the face-off circle. Here's a chance for
Superior, and they convert as Wojciechowski gets the rebound of Nelson's shot, and Superior goes up 2-0.
That's taken away, and back comes Vanderbloemen for Madison Memorial. Has Levine on left wing, Burkhardt at center. But a great hit there by George Hansen stops the play, and now another break. Tom Nelson, one-on-one with Santa. Score! Tom Nelson gets the head of the pack, and Superior's lead goes to 3-0. Trailing 3-0, Madison Memorial is faced with finding a way to get back in the game. And late in the second period, the Spartans scored twice in just 14 seconds. Cornelius to Burkhardt. Back to Cornelius along the right wing. Cornelius has it knocked aside by the defenseman Chad Matushak, but there's a score and a rebound. Madison Memorial putting the rebound past Mellon, and all of a sudden it's 3-1 Superior. John Peterman tries to force it. Cornelia lets it fly. Peterman wide open in front. Score! And just like that, John Peterman gives Memorial. They're back in at 3-2. Once again, you can always shake your head and say, what in the world is Peterman doing standing in front of the net? He's a defenseman, but he does this. When the going gets tough, he gets going out there. It stays 3-2 Superior until the final 4 minutes of the third period, when Madison Memorial gets the equalizer on a pretty play. Hamilek gets it to Zekman. Zekman pass to Hamilek. Score! Two-man game with Madison Memorial, and the Spartans have tied it at 3. They've been pressing all game. That 2-on-0 that 2 seconds ago Superior almost scored on was a direct cause of the pressure, but it paid off for him this time.
Nice pass
Beautiful
play between Hamilek and Zekman.
For the second straight year, Superior heads to overtime in the state championship final. Last year, Antigo shocked the Spartans in the first half minute. But this year, overtime turns into a second overtime. Still tied 3-3. Finally, after over 57 minutes of action, the game is decided on a sensational play. Matushak in on Santa, but he stops it. Nelson in the corner. Ross, beautiful move, he scores! And Matt Ross wins the state championship for Superior.
They're all very down, and they're not real happy, and we told them they have nothing to be ashamed of. Get your emotions out in the locker room, but when you walk outside, you hold your head up high. I mean, you got a lot to be proud of. I mean, a double overtime game can go to either team.
Well, we've always said all along that we're a hard-working bunch of kids, and that's what we prepared them for. And I stepped out and told them, hey, you guys are conditioned to go 5 overtimes if we have to, and I said that in the third period, and we're fortunate to get out of here with a victory today.
Some great goaltending on both sides, especially in that first overtime and early on in the game as well.
That's right. It's a great day for hockey here again. It was exciting, and both teams should be commended for their efforts here. And once again, I think we got over the early jitters here, and we played longer than 16 seconds into overtime this year.
For the 8th time in the 24-year history of the WIAA state tournament, the Superior Spartans take home the gold trophy, this time as the 1994 state champion. Superior 4, Madison Memorial 3 in double overtime.
Now back to basketball. Fond du Lac 42, Tomah 29. Let's go take a look back at the first half and a look at what's ahead. Here's Chris Roth and Eli Krogan.
Thanks very much, Jay Wilson. And Eli, as we said earlier, the second quarter was the difference. But Tomah got off to a pretty good start, thanks in part to the big guy, Aaron Harding. Well, Aaron Harding, and here we see him taking the ball inside. Tough jump shot in the lane, puts the ball in. And you see that enthusiasm as he heads down the court.
He's got the inside and the outside game. Look how far that one is.
And that's an NBA three. You can see it from well beyond the line.
Harding with 10 points in the game, and this was the play you said was working so well for him.
Well, it is. It's a high-low. The pass from the wing into Grams, and then underneath to Harmson for either the layup or the jam.
And then the defense for the Cardinals, really what got them started.
And Rocky Brown generates that defense, one of the finest guards and defensive guards in the state. Here we see the passing, the ball back into Harmson, and the slam.
A high percentage shot,
and that brings them right out of their chairs here.
Yeah, you see the shooting statistics: 56% for Fond du Lac, Tomah at 36%. So that's a lot lower than what they are accustomed to on the year. They shoot 53%. Then the fast break points, 8-0. Harmson with 12, Zakis with 11. O'Laughlin, who averages 4, has got 10 at halftime. Harding leading the way for Tomah. So the Indians cutting what was a 16-point deficit to 13, and they're going to need to come with a little bit of a run here to start the third quarter.
Well, I think they are, and what they need to do is mix it up with that inside game. They still need to penetrate and take the ball to the basket.
All right, we'll see what happens. We'll be back for the third quarter after these words from our statewide sponsors, Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board and the Rural Insurance. This is your WIAA network station.
Why are all these people lined up? Milk. Steam, coffee. Cafe au lait for about $1.50 a pop, huh? Hey, couldn't they also microwave some milk and make their own at home for about a dime? Just a thought. Milk, good fast food. It does a body good. Hi, guy. Nice bathrobe. What do you got, cheese for breakfast? I see. Toasted bagel, fresh tomato, melted mozzarella cheese. Very nutritious. Hey, do you mind if I split that with you? Just a little bite? I guess you do. Cheese, good fast food for the makers of milk.
I'll be working till the sun goes down. Done spent the time, another dollar bound. Sun goes down.
There's no way to describe the kind of risk a small business owner takes, but there is a way to insure it. Rural Mutual. We understand what's at stake.
Gonna be here, don't matter how long, till the sun goes down.
Give your bathroom a new look with help from Menards. Artesian toilets, whirlpools, sinks, and tub surrounds are on sale now. Choose a white pedestal lab or white tub surround for just $97. General marble vanities and toilet toppers will add a warm, traditional look to your bath. Choose from many styles and sizes. This oak vanity is only $97. Discover brand name quality and low prices at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Second Division I quarterfinal of the St. Patrick's Day afternoon, and the Cardinals, wrong color for St. Patrick's Day, but the Cardinal Red leading 42-29 over Tomah. The winner of this one will play Stevens Point, undefeated Stevens Point, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in the first Division I semifinal. But work left to be done here. Start of the third quarter. Sonnenberg, Chris Johnson, Supancic, and this is Aaron Harding. 3 balls short, and on the run is Rocky Brown. Zakis pulls up. Boy, he got such good elevation on that shot.
Well, and that was nice. Rocky Brown got the rebound, started bringing it down the side, hit Zakis in the middle. Zakis for a pull-up jumper at the free throw line.
Brad Zupancic inside to Chris Johnson. Blocked by Harmson, but where was that other hand? It must have been doing something because he picked up the foul.
And that's 2 big guys inside, and Johnson taking it to the basket. We said that they had to have that inside game and take the ball to the basket. I don't think you can just stay out on the perimeter and hope to beat a team like Fond du Lac.
So Chris Johnson with 8 points in the first half goes to the free throw line, 49% on the season. Nice one there. He led the way in that sectional final win over Madison LaFollette with 17 points.
And that's what he averages coming into this ball game, 17 points.
And 9 boards a game for the 6'8" senior center.
Nice follow through on the free throws. Nice rotation on the ball, hits both of them.
And the lead back to 13, which is where it was to start this third quarter. And we are just underway. Zakis, leading scorer on the year for Fond du Lac. Working around Brad Zupancic. This is Shane O'Laughlin. Grams, who had a big first half on the boards. Brown got Johnson on his hip pocket, and he scores.
Well, there it was. Rocky Brown had a wide open three, and Harmson had the inside shot, and Brown gives up the ball and gets it to Harmson.
Harding. Oh, he left it for Johnson, who was starting to crash the boards. Turnover number 6 for Tomah.
Well, it looked like Johnson thought Harding was going to shoot that ball, and he was going to be there on the boards. The ball just went off his hands and out of bounds.
And we put you right on the fieldhouse floor. Play a little defense with Josh Sonnenberg if you can.
And a nice matchup, Sonnenberg, Rocky Brown.
Graham, O'Loughlin. Brown inside. Harmson pushed out a little bit by Johnson that time. Zakis over 3. And rebounded by Harding. Harding to Johnson. Now he's in there.
Well, that's what we talked about. They're taking the ball inside. They're taking it to the basket. Harmson didn't want to pick up another foul, so he let him lay it in.
Now Grams works in the post on Harding. Nice drop step.
Grams with a nice pump fake and a crossover step. Shoots the layup.
Sonnenberg, this is Lance Haldeman left open, and he hits it. So that's, you got to do that. Got to take some of the pressure off the inside game and hit those wide open Jays.
Well, and because they'd gotten a couple inside, this was an easier one from the outside.
Zakis rolling around and off, and Johnson just snaps it down. So Tomah going to try and cut into that 13-point lead. Johnson, tipped by O'Loughlin, was looking for Harding on the outside. And if you could hear that, that's the Cardinal coaches yelling at Grams to switch up on Harding, but they don't do it. So that's an interesting set, and Rocky Brown just snapped it away, but luckily Chris Johnson picked it up.
They wanted Grams on Johnson on the inside. Here Johnson makes a nice move on the baseline.
Now it's Haldeman's turn. And he had to flip it up over his head so it wouldn't get blocked by the much taller Harmson, but he did it. O'Loughlin.
Tomah coming right back in this third quarter.
Need to play a little D now. Harmson, oh boy. The hook and the foul. And that's going to be on Johnson. That is his second. Boy, Harmson, Coach Diener says he's got a variety of moves in the post.
And a nice pass inside. You see that little turn jump shot, little turn hook shot, I should say, and that's a tough one to defend.
Jump hook.
Yeah, yep, short jump hook. Laid the ball in, and probably the only way you do is get help by somebody sagging in and trying to deny that.
Harmson going for point number 17. He's a load. That one he left about 3 feet short.
And a little bit off to the right.
Yeah, that was... And the Tomah fans letting him have it. Well, he has a chuckle about it. Harding. Oh, and the Tomah bench up in arms. They wanted a foul there, but they said it was clean by Grams. Now the block as Bester tried to load up a 3. Haldeman got it.
And there we saw a block at one end, and we'd go right back to the other end, and we'd see a block there.
So Grams will trigger from the baseline and see if they let Jeff Simon come in. They will. And he'll get Rocky Brown.
Tomah in a 3-2 zone on the baseline, and here we look, ball goes back inside.
Grams went one way, ball went the other, but Johnson tipped it away. 4:26 left in the third quarter. 50-37, Fond du Lac leading Tomah.
And against the zone, we look for something on the inside. Goes to Grams.
Simon's runner was no good. Tipped around several times and out of bounds to the Indians. The WIAA state tournament is brought to you statewide by the Wisconsin Technical College System. in the game of life. And Wisconsin Technical College education can be your ticket to a rewarding career.
First 4 minutes have been played 8-8.
Johnson's turnaround strong. Zupancic with a nice rebound. Fed it to Johnson coming down the lane. He lost it. Zakis the bounce to Bester.
And you can see just what a teamwork, what a team and teamwork is all about as they give up the ball.
They got about 4 guys that are just interchangeable. Harding's 3, way long. Cardinals looking to put the hammer down. Simon will try from 3, well short. Out of bounds to Tomah. Brian Dole comes back in. And you'll see how well Fond du Lac runs it.
Fond du Lac pushing the ball up the court. Here's Zakis. Dishes the ball off for the layup. Just the way it should be done.
Absolutely. Brian Dole and Jeff Engel come in for the Indians during the break.
Again, Engel, number 42, that spark plug off the bench for him.
Simon picks the pocket of Sonnenberg, who had to hustle to get back. That'll cost him a floor burn, but got to hold on to the ball. Harding out on the perimeter. Forces one. Rebound tipped around to the Cardinals. And now thrown off of Harding. They'll stay with the Cardinals. Harding has a chance sometimes, has a tendency rather to press when his team's behind, and I think that's what we're seeing now.
Well, I think that happens when you're a scorer that averages 24 points a game and your team falls behind, in this case by 15. You kind of feel the need that you're the guy that has to pick it up.
He's 4 out of 14 from the field. Zakis throws a wild one up there, and Brian Dole has the rebound. So Tomah is definitely being outsized at the moment with their rotation of Sonnenberg, Engel, and Dole. And Harmson picks up foul number 3.
That man-to-man defense, and Harmson matched up with Johnson on the inside.
And a timeout coming our way, so we'll step aside for a word from our statewide sponsors, the Wisconsin Technical College System and Senex Land O'Lakes. This is your WIAA Network station.
Want to maximize milk production, reproductive efficiency, and profits? Now there's a lactation feeding program to help you do just that. Maxi Pro 305. It's based on rumen-available protein and rumen-available carbohydrate for optimal rumen functions. It also incorporates a new patented high-bypass protein ingredient, SurePro. The Maxi Pro 305 lactation feeding program. Only at your local Land O'Lakes or Senex cooperative.
For the first chair alto sax who knows the fastest growing job areas are those requiring a technical education. For the president of the Science Club who knows tomorrow's technical careers provide higher pay, challenge, and advancement. For the captain of the track team who knows that over 90% of Wisconsin Technical College students find jobs right after graduation. The decision is simple. The answer is technical. Call the Wisconsin Technical College in your area today.
The Tomah Indians looking up at a 15-point deficit here with 2:37 to go in the third quarter, second Division I quarterfinal of the afternoon. And the field goal shooting holds for the Indians in the second quarter and continues that way here in the third.
Well, just 3 for 9, and that's not how you catch up. They just have to get some momentum and get a hot streak going.
They'll start with Johnson. Nice touch for the big fellow.
Nice inbounds play, a little lob pass to Johnson.
14 points now for 6'8" Chris Johnson. Zakis steps up. No strong off the window. But Brad Bester, the rebound. Blocked, and now the Indians will try and track it down.
And Tomah looking to catch up.
Sonnenberg fouled by Jeff Simon. Second foul on Jeff Simon.
And in doing that, trying to take the ball inside, looking inside.
Lance Haldeman coming back in to give Chris Johnson a break. One thing Doug Russell talked about was keeping 6'8" Chris Johnson fresh, so they have to rotate him in and out because they figured they'd be running up and down a little bit today.
Well, chances are he won't be out very long.
Can't afford to be with 6'9" Joe Harmson in there.
Here we see Fond du Lac man-to-man.
Jeff Engel stripped by Brown. Rocky Brown trying to beat him to the hole, leaves it for Bester.
And Rocky Brown, a little off balance, taking it to the basket. A great pass for the assist.
I think that's 3 steals for him today. Harding trying to get close to the hole. He does, couldn't get the shot. Harmson the rebound. Zakis. Here comes Grams. Lumbering down the lane, he couldn't get it. Harding a rebound.
Now Grams had to avoid 2 players as he kind of knifed between them, and he was a little off balance, and that's what caused the miss.
Thought they might step in front of him and take a charge, but that would be rather painful, wouldn't it?
Well, he'd
6'5", Eric Grams.
You'd feel it.
Sonnenberg off the glass for 2.
Nice penetrating drive again, taking the ball to the basket, dishing it off with a short banker.
4 points for junior Josh Sonnenberg. Brown, Bester for 3. Sonnenberg the rebound. So inside of a minute, and we're where we were at halftime, a 13-point Fond du Lac advantage. And a foul on Graham. His first of the game.
Well, and at 54-41, Tomah isn't out of this ball game. And here near the end of the 3rd quarter, this is a big possession.
Yeah, they'd probably want to string together a little run here, get it under 10 going into the 4th. So Weissenen back in, number 34 for Coach Dick Diener. And they will let Shane O'Loughlin check in for Brad Bester. And Rocky Brown, and so a small lineup for the Cardinals. And with Johnson in and Harding out, it's a little bit favor for the Indians, who don't get the 3 by Engel. And let's see if they run some clock.
That was a big possession and a big rebound by Zakis. Now it lets Fond du Lac, with Harmson on the bench, run off some time on the clock and go for the last shot with nothing worse than a 13-point lead.
Which, as we said, was where they were at halftime. Cardinals coming in 23-0, ranked 2nd in the state behind Milwaukee King. And we'll say King play tonight in the first game.
Coach Diener standing and giving directions to his ball club, wanting that last shot. Chances are under 5 and no foul.
And there's Zakis open for 3. Short. Tipped around, and I think we got a foul on Weissenen.
And that's just what we talked about, getting that shot under 5. The ball was shot a little bit early, and the foul was committed. And that's not what Coach Diener wanted at all.
Because now Tomah has that crack at the basket with 4.6.
There you can see him standing, telling his players what he wants now.
Well, Sonnenberg launches from half court. Pretty good attempt, but it doesn't fall. So the Cardinals still with a 13-point lead heading to the final 8 minutes. And we'll return with that action for you after a word from your local stations. This is your WIAA network station.
The Baker team for a stringer. Try the Baker brand award-winning cheese. Any way you do, it's terrific. In your lunches, on your next trip, as a dietary snack. Our string cheese is great anytime. Find all our top-quality Baker cheese at most area stores.
The Fondy Sports Complex, fun for the entire family. The Fondy Sports Complex is open from mid-April to mid-October and has activities such as go-karting, mini-golf, baseball, bumper boats, and much more. To plan your picnic or gathering for next summer, call 872-2688. The Fondy Sports Complex.
At National Exchange Bank, we can assist you in the purchase of a vehicle, of a home, of a new business. We can help you make quality investments. We have a full-service trust division. We can help your children save for tomorrow, for a quality education. Why does National Exchange Bank do all of this? Because you deserve it. National Exchange Bank, member FDIC.
You see the stats through 3 quarters. Fond du Lac at 50%, Tomah just a shade over 30% from the field. And the Cardinals running out much better than the Indians, 14-2.
Well, and the difference in the game right now is 13 points, and Fond du Lac with that 14-2 edge in fast break points.
That was the best hat of the day right there. Little Cardinals nest on his head. Cardinals with the first crack here in the fourth.
I think Final Act's looking to get the ball inside if they can.
Starting five out there. Braun, O'Loughlin, Harmson, Zakis, and Grams. This is Harmson working on Johnson. Lays it too hard off the back, and the rebound to Haldeman.
Well, they did a nice job working the ball around, getting it inside to Harmson. Got the short shot that just didn't drop.
Interior pass tipped away by Rocky Brown.
Well, Sonnenberg wanted to get that ball inside to Johnson, and Rocky Brown right there again.
Sonnenberg, Johnson. This is Zupancic, Harding, Haldeman, and Zupancic a three off the window. How about that?
Well, and that's a little momentum when you bank one in from out there and cuts it to 10.
Yeah. 5 points for Brad Zupancic, who's right at his average. Harmson spins away from Johnson, missed it. Rebound Johnson.
Harmson had a great move and came in for the shot and just left it short.
Oh, miscommunication there. Haldeman thought Harding was going down the lane. Instead, he passed it right to the Cardinals, who will walk back up.
You have to give Tomah a lot of credit. They've really hung in. They were 13 down at the half. They got it down to a 10-point game right now.
Got to do it on the defensive end.
They're doing that against an excellent basketball team.
Zupancic stolen away by Harding. The Indians will not run a whole lot. See if Harding can shake free for a shot where he's comfortable. Johnson takes it right to Harmson, flips it up. Lost his balance there, so he didn't really get a good shot off.
Graham is right there for the rebound.
Boy, he's got a load, doesn't he? Harmson lays it up off the glass.
There's that inside game again.
Yeah.
High percentage basketball.
The ball's back to 12 for the Cardinals. Harding. Nice feed for Johnson, who left it short. Harmson the rebound.
Go, Rocco. He said Rocco, baby.
Coming up on 5.5 to go here in the final quarter. Stevens Point waiting in the wings tomorrow night for the winner of this one. Harmson around and down. 20 points for Joe Harmson.
Harmson with some nice moves inside, and Tomah looking for a timeout.
They got it to 10, and just like that, it's back to 14, and you know, we'll be back after we hear from our statewide sponsors. Marshfield Clinic and the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. This is your WIAA network station.
A passion for learning. Excellence in education. Pride in sharing the rewards of accomplishment. That's why we established the Marshfield Clinic Science Award, presented to the students and teachers of each championship school. Winning at life is how you play the game.
The dairy farmers of Wisconsin are proud of the award-winning cheesemakers of Wisconsin. Year after year, Wisconsin cheeses are named the country's finest. Choose from a wide selection of award-winning varieties and taste why Wisconsin is #1 when it comes to great-tasting cheese. Look for the award-winning Wisconsin cheeses in the dairy section at your favorite grocer and take advantage of this great opportunity to enjoy the pride of Wisconsin, delicious Wisconsin cheese.
Now the Cardinals of Fond du Lac having plenty to cheer about. Their team leads it by 14 here in the fourth quarter. Aaron Harding for Tomah struggling a little bit in this big old field house. 0 for 5 in the half. And he's the leading scorer for Tomah, has just 10 points.
Well, and you know that's not going to last.
You wouldn't expect it to.
In this last 5.5 minutes, he's going to put up some key shots, and we'd look for him to hit.
They need to hit here. Harding pulls up 0 for 6. Johnson couldn't hold on to the rebound, and here come the Cardinals on the run. Zakis with Bester and a trailing Grams, who lost the ball. And Zupancic lost balance and threw it away. Bester will load up a three. Way short, but Harmson corrals it. Harmson inside, the little jump hook. Tip Grams, tip Harmson, count it.
And that's that inside strength of Fond du Lac. Fond du Lac has 60 points right now, and only 6 times this season they've been held under 75, so they put a lot of points on the board.
Johnson showing off his moves, and then cleans up his own miss.
Johnson with nice moves inside.
Yeah.
Crossover steps. Back up on the rebound.
60-46. Zakis drives, pulls up, scores.
Nice body control by Zakis as he hung in the air. Soft touch.
He's nearly to his average. He's got 15. The lead is 16. I think that equals the biggest of the game. Johnson's hook, a little bit strong.
Graham with another big rebound.
Brad Bester on Haldeman. Now Graham's coming down the lane, blocked by Johnson. Harding sees a streaking Haldeman. He couldn't hold it. And Dick Diener way out on the court almost to tell his team to just kind of relax.
I think he wanted him to slow things up a little bit. Open it up inside.
Zakis hangs, and that gets the foul on Harding.
And you can see that Fond du Lac moved both Harmson and Grams outside, and they were going to let the guards drive it to the basket. Here you see Grams on the outside. Harmson also back on the free throw line, and they draw the foul inside.
So Zakis will go to the line.
And that was a set play where they create that one-on-one going to the basket.
So Zakis to the line, and people starting to file out of the field house a little bit. But 11,077 filed through this morning when we had our Division III semifinals. A great crowd on hand and some great games. Marcus Ann defeating previously unbeaten Blair Taylor 50-47. And then Elk Mound ending the 51-game winning streak of Auburndale, the defending champs, 61-54 in overtime. So Elk Mound at 26-0 will face 23-3 Marcus Ann Saturday in the Division III championships in the afternoon. But 11,000 on hand this morning, and I bet we had that at least that many in here this afternoon.
And those fans were treated to some great basketball. Exciting ball games, close games.
Johnson answers.
Over Harms.
18 points for Chris Johnson, who has certainly played well today.
Tomah needs to come out and pick them up now. They're at half court.
Inside of 3 minutes.
Fond du Lac likes to swing the ball around. Look for the inside.
Oh, nice tip off by Harmson. Just able to get a hand in there in front of Johnson, and that was all he needed. And Doug Russell kind of wincing there as this one starts to slip away. 18-point lead for Fond du Lac. Zupancic down the lane, and a wild shot won't go. Loose ball and on the floor, and the Cardinals have it.
And the Fond du Lac coaches are up, wanting to slow it up and set it up.
And Zupancic going for the steal will instead pick up the foul, and that'll send, nope, we're not in the bonus quite yet. We will, I believe, take a timeout. Yes, we will, and we'll return for the final minutes of action here at the 1994 Boys State Basketball Tournament after a word from our statewide sponsors, Rural Insurance and Cenex Land O'Lakes. This is your WIAA network station.
We're looking for a few good drivers. So if you're accepted by Rural, it's no accident.
America's bounty, brought to you by the 20 million people who put food on your table.
Well, second-ranked and undefeated Fond du Lac will march into tomorrow night's semifinals against Stevens Point, barring an absolute miracle by the Tomah Indians, who are making their first trip in 40 years and haven't had a lot to smile about in this second half particularly. The team got it down to 10, but hey, TV 19 and Tomah #1, that'll get you on. The Indians have certainly had a lot of fun, though, with this first trip in a long time down to state. The community just going bananas. They had a big parade when the Indians came back from Madison on Saturday. They were escorted into town.
Well,
Saturday night, late night, after midnight. Tomah's usually asleep by then.
Well, that's a great thing, though.
I think
it just shows how many people really like high school basketball and how much fun it is.
It's just a rallying cry for communities, March Madness, and seeing their teams do well. And heck, the kids got a day off of school. Everybody's down here today watching a ball game.
Well, I think you have to give Tomah a lot of credit in this ball game. They were down 13, came out in the third quarter, played to a 12-12 tie in that third quarter.
Sure.
They've played with a lot of intensity.
Got it down to 10.
Right, had it down to 10 points. So you have to give Tomah a lot of credit.
And Fond du Lac came in with the pressure squarely on their shoulders. Everyone expects them to get to a finals. There's a turnover, and Aaron Harding gets the steal. He's had a couple steals today, but the real story is that he hasn't been able to score. Averaging 23 points a game, nearly 24. He's stuck on 10. He had 10 in the first half.
Well, and again, when you look at it, Fond du Lac has good size. They challenge that shot from the outside, make it tough to get an open shot.
Harding now 4 of 17 from the field. And this is just a matter of playing out the string now. 66-48 Fond du Lac. That's the biggest lead of the game. And the Cardinals just going to run clock. They're not going to worry about the score. They're just going to take care of the ball and maybe get some subs in. And the Indians are going to put 5 new guys in. So get out the program, as some players are going to get a chance to taste the field house. And the seniors for Tomah, Aaron Harding and Chris Johnson, walk off. But they've had a great career turning what was a down-in-the-basement program. 0-21 3 years ago, 10-12 in 92, 9-11 last year. This year, the seniors get down to Madison at 19-4. So let's get caught up here, shall we, Eli? You can help me out. Tell me if I miss anybody. Chris Kelly is in number 24. Matt Cheetah is in for Tomah. Joel Risch is in number 14. 10 is Jeff Brisky. 34 is Tim Genevico. And 21 for Fond du Lac, Greg Fitvey. 34 is Eric Weisenen. Did I miss anybody else? No, that's about it.
And they're doing a great job with all these names at the end of the ball game.
Yeah, that's why we go through them phonetically the day before the game. Just cases like this. More coming. We'll test this out. Travis Ernst, number 25. And number 20, Jason Higgins. So those weren't so bad.
And a thrill for all of the players to get a chance to play here at the field house.
And one more coming in. Scott Marshall will come in for Zakis. So Zakis will leave with 17 points for Dick Diener, the leading scorer for the season at 17, but the big fella today was Joe Harmson. So let's see if some of these guys can get a bucket here at the field house. Digging around is 44 for Tomah, Matt Cheetah, and there's a foul on Eric Weisenen. Nice story for Eric Weisenen, and had a weight problem, and the coach sat him down and said, son, you got to lose some weight to play some basketball. So they got him on a program where he needed to be each and every week. And more times than not, he's been in uniform, and they said he had to be at 234 to play in the state tournament. He made it, and he's feeling good about himself. He's contributing, played well in the sectionals. So nice story there. Dick Diener taking some time and helping Eric Weisenen turn things around for himself.
Well, it is, and a football player that had an injury before the season started.
And Scott Marshall scoring for the Cardinals. It's a 20-point lead, and we get another dead ball. We'll have more guys. Nice scoop shot, but no good by Tim Genevico. And there's the foul. So some of the younger fellows are going to come in for the Cardinals. 32, Aaron Chase. 33, Matt Rupert. And 24, Scott Vandenberg.
Fond du Lac a team with just great balance of the, when you talk about the perimeter game, being able to shoot threes, handle the ball, the strength at the guard.
Yeah, they really got those 4 guys out there that just rotate at the top, and like you said, they all play the same amount of minutes, and boy, they just do good things for you.
And then they have Harmson at 6'9" and Grams at 6'5" on the inside. Just gives them great balance.
Pull-up shot short by Scott Vandenberg. Everybody wrestling for it. Tomah has it. See if they can get off one last shot. Brisky, the pull-up for 3. Yes! Jeff Brisky at the buzzer. Well done by Jeff Brisky. He'll remember that one. But it'll be the Cardinals moving on into the semifinals tomorrow night with a 68-51 win over the Tomah Indians. Back for highlights and the the interview with the winning head coach after this word from our local stations. This is your WIAA network station.
For the finest custom cabinetry, call Classic Kitchens. Kitchens has a quality and wood mode fine custom cabinetry for any room in your home. Call for your free estimate or visit our unique kitchen and bath showroom. Classic Kitchens, Highways 23 and 41, Fond du Lac. Kemper Securities wishes the best of luck to all our local athletes. Call Kemper Securities for expert service for your next investment. Kemper Securities, members of the New York Stock Exchange, located at 66 South Main Street in Fond du Lac.
For your next movie or game rental, visit VideoBiz. VideoBiz offers free membership and reservation. See fast, friendly, choose from a huge variety of videos and games with plenty of copies of your favorite selections. VideoBiz, locally owned and operated in the Pioneer Plaza, Fondy. Where thousands on your next vehicle purchase? Todd Motors. Shop and compare. Cars, us, friend. Todd Motor Company. Home in cars. Whatever your sport, shop Team Sports. Team Sports across from Veteran on Main Street in Fond du Lac. Visit the Athlete's Foot for brands you'll like at prices you'll love. The Athlete's Foot, athletic wear, shoes, and more. Small, black.
Full-service medical reference laboratory. Consultants Laboratory providing trustworthy service from 3 convenient Fond du Lac locations.
For a second, because I heard them announce the UW Green Bay, California score, which is going on in C2As, but here at the WIA, Fond du Lac, very impressive.
Well, Fond du Lac, just that tremendous balance of the outside game and the inside game. Anytime they need a basket, they can get into a high-low situation with Grams passing to Harmson underneath.
All right, let's talk to the winning head coach now. To do that, Jay Wilson along with Dick Diener.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. Dick, a 17-point win for your team. How do you assess it?
We played well in spurts and not so good in others. Defensively, we had some lapses there that we weren't happy with, and offensively, some of our ball movement and our screening broke down at times. But overall, we'll take the W. Tomah played real hard, and I knew Doug would have his squad really ready, and he had a heck of a season, and we're just happy to win this ball game.
A lot of the people you talk to in the stands, a lot of the coaches that are watching, they go, boy, I wish I had the players he has, and you really have a nice lineup, inside, outside, out. You guys can do a little bit of everything, right?
Well, we think we have real good balance. The inside game has been very productive for us this year. The outside game, we've got 5 guys that we rotate through on those 3 spots, and we've got kids that can shoot out there, that can handle the ball, and they can D it up. And yeah, we're real happy with the kids that we've got. They're talented players, and better than that, they're great kids.
And Stevens Point up next. Do you know much about Stevens Point?
Well, I saw them play myself one time and got some tapes that we'll look at a little bit more. See them a lot in the summertime. You know, we tour the state, and they're in a lot of the same tournaments that we are. So I think they're pretty familiar with our personnel. We're pretty familiar with theirs. They're a fine club, great club, some good players there. It'll be a good matchup.
Well, get to work. No rest for the weary.
Yeah, we will.
Congratulations, Dick, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. Dick Diener from Fond du Lac. Now let's go back to Chris Rowe.
All right, thanks very much, Jay Wilson. So Dick Diener gets the best of his former assistant, Doug Russell, who was the coach for Tomah today. We'll take a look at the final stats as we wrap this one up quickly. The field goal percentage is down for Tomah. They shoot, about 53% on the year. They're at 35% today. Nice balance for Fond du Lac, as the coach said, as Eli said, throughout. Fast break points, 14-2. Aaron Harding really struggled for Tomah, just 4 out of 17. He had 10 points at half. That's where he finishes. What can you say about Joe Harmson?
Well, Joe Harmson is just so strong inside and also a force at the defensive end. And Fond du Lac came in shooting 50% from the floor. They shot 48% today, so it was a typical day for them. Held under 75 points, but at 68, a 17